Okay, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to draw a bar graph on a custom HUD in your custom game. So, first thing we need to do is right click, new item, and create your first script. Alright, let's create our custom game first. I'm going to call it Tutor Game. You can name it whatever you like. Just make sure you know what it is so you can access it. So, mine's going to be Tutor Game. I'm going to hit add. And then here it is. First thing you have to do is change the extension because you don't want it to be extending from an object. You want to extend it from an actual game type. I'm going to use UT game. You can also use UDK game, whatever you'd like. We're going to actually leave this alone for now, but we will be changing to our HUD as well as making sure that we use the classic HUD. We'll add those later. I'm just going to add those as notes. Alright, so go back, right click on class, add new item, do UnrealScript again, and then create your HUD. So I'm going to call this one Tutor HUD. Again, call it whatever you'd like. It doesn't matter as long as it's consistent with what you were trying to make. Mine's Tutor HUD. So I'm going to hit add, and I'm going to change the extension from object to HUD. Make sure that it works. Alright, the first function you need in your HUD function is the drawHUD function. So we're going to type function drawHUD with no parameters, and it is imperative that you draw the super drawHUD function first to ensure that your HUD is drawn. So we're going to do super.drawHUD. This guarantees that your HUD's going to be drawn. Alright. Now that that's out of the way, let's create a new function for your bar graph. I'm going to call my function Bargraph function. But before we do that, we have to create a float variable because we're going to be using a float variable to decrement over 10 seconds. So I'm going to add variables here, and we're going to type var for variable, float because it's going to be a float variable, and meter is what I'm going to call it. So it's going to be our float meter. Alright. So back down here, we're going to type function draw bar meter, and then open bracket, close bracket. See, those arrows irritates me. Alright, we are going to first and foremost draw our if functions and set the colors of the bar based on how much time is left in the game. So our first if function is going to be if our meter is less than, let's do 8. Then set our canvas, set draw color, and then we're going to do, what do we want to do? 0, 200, 255. It's going to draw from blue to white as it decreases in value. So that's closer to blue. We'll do if meter is less than 6. The color is going to change every 2 seconds. Set draw color, and then we'll do, let's say 255. Close that one off, and then if our meter is less than 4, then we'll do canvas dot set draw color again to 100. Our 5 getting closer to white each time. If meter is less than 2, open bracket, canvas dot set draw color. Let's make it straight white. Now, I realized while writing this that outside of the first if, the rest of these need to be else if statements, so it's not drawing them all at the same time. So else if, else if, and then the final one, or the start one, will be else canvas dot set draw color to, let's do 150, 255. It's got a nice royal blue look to it. There we go. close that, and then we will draw our actual HUD. So we'll do canvas dot set position. Let's set it to, let's say 10 and 100. So it sets the position on the HUD to 10, 100. It'll be in the top left corner. And then we'll draw our rectangle. So draw rect as rectangle. And then we'll do, let's do 10 times meter for the length. And then let's do 25 for the height. Alright, now right now, if we hit build, it's not going to do anything. Number one, our game type isn't using the HUD, which we'll fix in a second. Number two, we actually have to put draw bar meter into our draw HUD function. So up here, we'll use, let's say, functions to draw to HUD, and then we'll put draw bar meter. So now it'll draw it to the HUD once we add it to our game type, but it won't do anything. And actually, I'll show you that. So first, we got to change this. So we'll do HUD type equals class tutor HUD, or whatever your HUD's going to be right there. And then for the use classic HUD, you have to make the use classic HUD boolean true. Alright, so we've got our tutor HUD set and being used, and our bar function to draw the bar. So we're going to see the bar, and then I'm going to write the tick function to make it decrement over 10 seconds. And it's not drawing. So we're going to exit this. We'll go ahead and write our tick function, and then we'll go back. Actually I already see the problem. Meter's not set, so there's no value. So we'll set meter equals 10. And then let's try that one more time real quick so you can see the bar. It's not going to draw a value if you're multiplying your rectangle distance times 0. So it was 0, so there's nothing there, just like it's supposed to be. Aha, see our blue bar is there. It's not doing anything since it's just set to draw. Alright, so we'll exit this one more time. And for it to decrement, we're just going to draw or write a simple tick function. So tick, and then we'll float delta time, open bracket, close bracket, and then we'll do meter minus equals delta time. And what this is going to do is decrease our meter by delta time. So over 10 seconds, you'll see the bar slowly drain and change colors, and it'll get closer to white. Here we go. So play. And boom, there it goes. So 8. There you go. And it's clearly decrementing like it should. But our values are a bit skewed. So we actually need to change this one to 2. We'll do this one as the white one, because if it hits this one, it's not going to do any of the rest of them first. So we'll do this one to 255, and then we'll set this one to 8. We'll do the 200 for this one. So it'll go 8, 6, 4, 2, but it'll start with this. So this is the start one. Alright, we'll hit play one more time, and you can see it. Code's not exactly in order, but you can reorder it the way that you'd like. So it's just a quick thing to show you how easy it is to draw your bar graph. There we go. 8, 6, 4, and then 2. And there you go. The 4 and the 6 color are similar, so it's kind of hard to see, but there they are. Thanks for watching, and I will probably do another one later to show you how to access your variable from your game type and then set custom actors to manipulate that number. But thank you for watching, and yeah, have fun.